In a quaint, sleepy village where time seemed to stand still, a forgotten pumpkin lingered unnoticed after Halloween's festivities. This was not a place of bustling city streets or vibrant social hubs, but rather a quiet hamlet where life was lived at a leisurely pace. It was a place where tradition was revered, where the old ways held sway. Yet in the heart of the village there lay a forgotten symbol of a once cherished celebration. A lone pumpkin, abandoned after the merriment of Halloween, had faded into the past. Once the village had been alive with the spirit of Halloween. Laughter echoed through the streets as children ran from door to door, their faces glowing with joy. Lanterns flickered in the dark, casting long, dancing shadows that played with the imagination. The pumpkin, in its vibrant orange glory, stood as a beacon of this joyous celebration. But as years turned into decades, the once lively traditions began to wane. The once bustling squares and lanes fell silent as the villagers, caught up in the relentless march of time, slowly lost their touch with the spirit of Halloween. The village's heart dimmed, its once vibrant pulse replaced by an eerie, unnatural calm. The villagers, preoccupied with their daily routines, were oblivious to the pumpkin's plight. Left to weather the cold autumn nights alone, it sat in desolate solitude. Its once bright, inviting glow had faded, replaced by a darkness that seemed to seep from its very core. As the days passed, the pumpkin remained unnoticed, its presence a mere echo of the once vibrant festival. Its vibrant orange hue, once a symbol of joy and mirth, now stood as a stark reminder of the village's forgotten traditions. The pumpkin, once a symbol of joy and celebration, now lay forgotten, its vibrant orange hue a stark contrast to the surrounding gloom. The village had moved on, leaving behind a part of its soul, a part of its joy. But the pumpkin remained, a silent testament to a forgotten tradition, a forgotten Halloween. But the pumpkin, neglected and left to rot, wasn't as lifeless as it seemed. Infused with an unseen darkness, it stirred to life. The pumpkin, once a symbol of joy and celebration, began to change. Its once vibrant orange hue turned a ghastly pallor, as if it had been drained of life, yet paradoxically, it was brimming with a newfound energy. As the sun set and the moon took its place, the pumpkin would awaken, its hollow eyes glowing with an eerie, supernatural light. It started to roam the dimly lit alleys of the sleepy village. As it moved, it cast an otherworldly glow on the cobblestone paths, the shadows dancing and contorting in its wake. The pumpkin, once bursting with seeds of life, now echoed hollow, yet it resonated with a sound that sent chills down the spine of anyone who heard it. A low, sorrowful moan, like the wind whispering through the cracks in a haunted house, would escape from its carved mouth. The sound would rise and fall with the rhythm of the night, eventually crescendoing into a blood-curdling scream that pierced the silence of the village. The villagers, fast asleep in their beds, were jolted awake by the terrifying sound. Confusion reigned as they peered out their windows into the darkness, their hearts pounding in their chests. The screams echoed through their minds, a nocturnal alarm that something was amiss. As the nights passed, the villagers began to connect the dots. The screams, the eerie glow, the neglected pumpkin that had lingered after Halloween. It was all linked. The once cheerful pumpkin, now instilled with a dark energy, was seeking vengeance. The pumpkin, once a beacon of joy and community spirit, was now a symbol of their collective neglect. The realization struck them like a bolt of lightning. As they huddled in their homes, they could hear the haunting moans of the pumpkin outside, a chilling reminder of their forgotten traditions. The once joyful symbol of Halloween now sought revenge, its eerie glow a haunting reminder of forgotten traditions. Each Halloween, the villagers' dreams were haunted by the pumpkin's chilling presence. The once cheerful autumnal symbol had now become a spectral apparition, casting its eerie glow through the dimly lit alleys, a gloaming spectre of the celebration once cherished. The villagers lived in a state of perpetual torment, their peaceful slumber shattered by the pumpkin's nocturnal visits. It was a haunting reminder of the joy that had once filled their hearts and homes. The laughter of children, the camaraderie among neighbors, the sweet scent of fall treats filling the air, all reduced to a chilling echo in the dead of night. This wandering pumpkin, brought to life by the village's neglect, had become an embodiment of their guilt, a symbol of their abandoned traditions. The villagers could not escape the haunting eyes of the pumpkin, its hollow gaze a clear reflection of their own regret. Its endless wandering through the village was a dance of despair, a mournful ballet performed under the cold light of the moon. Once a time of celebration, Halloween had morphed into a night of terror. The villagers huddled in their homes, their hearts pounding in rhythm with the distant, hollow thuds of the pumpkin steps. The laughter and joy that once echoed through the village were replaced by silence, punctuated only by the occasional gasp of horror. Yet, amidst the fear and terror, a glimmer of realization dawned upon the villagers. Their guilt over abandoning their traditions, their regret over the forgotten feast, and the loneliness of the pumpkin touched something within them. The haunting of Halloween had become a stark reminder of the importance of their community spirit, a poignant lesson on the value of shared traditions and collective joy. The forsaken pumpkin, once a beacon of joy, now wandered endlessly, a condemned soul seeking solace. Its haunting presence was a chilling testament to the power of tradition and community spirit, a stark reminder to the villagers that the joy of Halloween was not in the celebration itself, but in the unity it fostered among them. The tale of the forgotten pumpkin serves as a chilling reminder of the importance of traditions and community spirit. The villagers, once bound by the joy of Halloween, found themselves entrapped by their own neglect. It's a testament to how our traditions, no matter how trivial they may seem, act as a glue, holding us together, weaving the fabric of our communities. They give us a sense of identity, a sense of belonging. Yet, when we abandon these traditions, we risk losing our collective spirit, our unity. The villagers learned this the hard way. Their forgotten pumpkin, once a symbol of joy, became a harbinger of terror, a stark reminder of the perils of letting go of our shared customs. In the end, it's not just about celebrating festivals, but also about cherishing our traditions and fostering a sense of community. For in their absence, we may find ourselves haunted by the very things we've left behind.